Stadthagen is the capital of the district of Schaumburg in Lower Saxony, Germany. It is situated approximately 20 kilometers east of Minden and 40 kilometers west of Hanover. The city consists of the districts Brandenburg, Enzen and Hobbensen, Hörkamp-Langenbruch, Krebshagen, Obernwöhren, Probsthagen, Reinsen and Wendthagen-Ehlen.Earlier. There were also the districts Habichhorst, Bruchhof, Blyinghausen, Enzen and Hobbensen. Stadthagen is located on the German timber frame road. History: Count Adolf III of Holstein created a new settlement at the foot of the Backerberg around 1224. Its site near the Hellweg route testifies to his strategic and commercial wisdom. After the successful clearances of the Dullwald forest around 1224, a new settlement by the name of Indargo-Comitis was first recorded in 1244 when it was described as a city and fort. In 1287 the town changed its name to Grevenhofshagen and it finally acquired its current name of Stadthagen in 1378. Further highlights of the town's early history are the acquisition of the town seal in 1320 and the bestowal of the privileges of a town in 1344. Around 1,400 stone fortifications were erected. The surviving remnants of these include the tower at the cattle market, a small tower at the castle, and sections of the town wall. In 1501 coal mining began nearby and lasted until 1961. In 1559 the resident Count Otto IV introduced the Lutheran denomination. His predecessor Count Adolf had commissioned the current castle from architect Juncker of Tübingen. It was built between 1534 and 1538 on the site of the previous castle, and is one of the most notable examples of an early Renaissance castle in Lower Saxony. The official entrance was built in 1553 at the then Upper Gate. In 1607 Prince Ernst of Schaumburg moved his residence from Stadthagen to Backerberg. The year 1609 saw the erection of the Count's mausoleum at the back of the St. Martini Church, a domed heptagon with a famous resurrection group by Adrian de Vries. The grammar school of 1610 was elevated to the status of a university in 1620, although this soon moved to Rinteln. About 1700, at the ducal court of Hanover, in the presence of the Duke, the Dowager Duchess, the prince's clergy, and all the distinguished personages of the city, Landsrabbiner Joseph Stadthagen disputed against the conversionist purposes of Eleazar Edzard, who had been the instigator of the disputation. The rabbi refuted all the arguments of Edzard from Jewish scripture, and the Midrash, and under full approval of the court declined to answer under oath the question as to which religion was the best. We condemn no creed based upon the belief in the Creator of heaven and earth. We believe what we have been taught. Let the Christians adhere to what they have been taught. The first drains were installed in the upper and lower streets in 1825. In 1847 the building of the Hanover-Minden railway line commenced, and the current station was built. In 1864 the first street lighting, in the form of lanterns directed at the street, was installed. There followed gas lighting in 1899 and electric lighting in 1955. At the end of the 19th century work commenced to change the rampart area into a park with trees. The Free State of Schaumburg-Lippe was founded after the end of the monarchy in 1918. As in many German towns, on the 9th of November 1938, the Kristallnacht, the Nazis burned down the synagogue of the Jewish community in the Lower Street, which had been built in 1857. Immediately afterwards, Jewish citizens were excluded from public life and society. Thus the store of Elias Lion was Aryanized, after numerous boycotts, and taken over by Thomas. During World War II the RAF bombed the city twice at night. 2 bombs fell behind City Hall, and 6 bombs parallel to Windmühlenstrasse. On 9 April 1945, the town was captured without opposition by American troops, and thus escaped war damage. In 1948, Stadthagen became the administrative center of the newly formed district of Schaumburg-Lippe. In 1977 of the new district of Schaumburg. The population of Stadthagen increased to 23,000 in 1973 due to the amalgamation with surrounding communities under the local government reform. Subsequently, in 1982, the town's new administrative center was built on the site of the former town brewery. Between 1980 and 1990, the streets in the town center were converted to pedestrian zones. In recent years, Stadthagen has become more cosmopolitan, with a relatively large community of Turks and other nationalities.